Hello, and welcome. I am your special host Matthew. Kevin is working on the details of the latest story coming out of the White House about a meeting with TikTok influencers. Joe Biden and the people who control Joe Biden think you're stupid. That was the message coming out of last week's Democrat retreat. Democrats lie, knowing they can count on the media to swear by it. And when that fails, there's TikTok. The White House held an official national security briefing with TikTok influencers because that's where the youths get their news from. Again, they think you're stupid. But it's not enough to turn your nose up at it. You have to counter the message and counter it on the same platforms. Go where the voters are, not where you would prefer them to be. That's what conservatives did, and more need to. First, a member of the White House TikTok press corps. Meet Ellie Zeiler. She has 10.5 million TikTok followers. Here she is repeating White House talking points as if they are factual. Note, this is not considered misinformation by big tech. Meet Mira. Much less than 10.5 million followers. But still using social media to counter the White House's propaganda. Remember just a few short days ago the Department of Homeland Security issued a statement about misinformation being a national security threat. February 7, DHS published the following. The United States remains in a heightened threat environment fueled by several factors, including an online environment filled with false or misleading narratives and conspiracy theories, and other forms of mis-dis and malinformation, MDM, introduced and/or amplified by foreign and domestic threat actors. These threat actors seek to exacerbate societal friction to sow discord and undermine public trust in government institutions to encourage unrest, which could potentially inspire acts of violence. Mass casualty attacks and other acts of targeted violence conducted by lone offenders and small groups acting in furtherance of ideological beliefs and/or personal grievances pose an ongoing threat to the nation. While the conditions underlying the heightened threat landscape have not significantly changed over the last year, the convergence of the following factors has increased the volatility, unpredictability, and complexity of the threat environment. 1. The proliferation of false or misleading narratives, which sow discord or undermine public trust in U.S. government institutions. 2. Continued calls for violence directed at U.S. critical infrastructure, soft targets and mass gatherings, faith-based institutions, such as churches, synagogues, and mosques, institutions of higher education, racial and religious minorities, government facilities and personnel, including law enforcement and the military, the media, and perceived ideological opponents, and 3. Calls by foreign terrorist organizations for attacks on the United States based on recent events. Stay tuned for the upcoming podcast which will go into more detail.